Hey, welcome back to another Digimon Links video. So I wanted to go ahead and take this opportunity to give you guys an example on a way that you guys can get Digimon that you want at +4 rarity without having to use that exact same Digivolution line and the exact same fragments over and over and over again. Because if you guys are not familiar with the awakening process, you have to research here. Unfortunately, I have a fully in-depth guide on this, but basically you have to use 2 Mega Digimon. The base Digimon has to be at max friendship, and from there you mix it with another one and you lose both Digimon, but the one that comes out, as you see, will be a +4 in this scenario because the base Digimon is +3. It does not matter what the partner is. For example, if my partner was +4 or whatever, it would still come out as a +4. If the partner was +1 and then the base Digimon was +1, it would come out as a +2. Things like that. So that's the brief rundown. Again, I've done a full video explaining that. But overall, you know, that process can be a bit of an issue because you have to use 2 Mega Digimon, so you have to kind of grind harder to get that +4 awakened Digimon. But it's worth it because the stat gain from the Digimon from between +1, +2, +3, and +4 is very substantial. And one of the things that comes from that is you can use different Digivolution lines. And for that, I wanted to show off an example of one that I'm currently working on. So if I come all the way back up here to my these are all Digimon that I'm currently working on that are currently awakened. Some of them I can and can't Digivolve right now. For example, where Garurumon has nowhere to go right now. He needs 7 more Metal Garurumon fragments, and then he can go +3, and then I can, you know, research it into a +4 from there of whatever I choose, basically, depending on the rookie. I don't remember what rookie it is, but depending on the rookie, you have a lot of different options because this game's cool because the rookie's charts vary. So this was actually an Impmon. I literally just Digivolved it. It's an Impmon. I've been working on it. It's +2. As you see, these were the options that were available to me to Digivolve it into. If I went Ice Devi and then Myotis, I could go to Venom Myotis from here. Of course, if I did this every way through when the Digimon was unawakened, not +1, +2, +3, it would require 7 and then I believe 11 fragments the second go round to make it Venom Myotis on the second time before I researched it again and then got it to +2. It would have cost 14, I believe, and then 21 and 21. So all in all, you use about 70 or so fragments, 74. Forgive me if I'm not 100% correct on the exact numbers, but it's very intensive. And man, you can sit there and grind 70 fragments from the exchange of the Venom Myotis mon. You can do it. It's been done, right? But really, you can kind of use fodder Digimon to get it done. For example, my end goal for this Impmon is to turn him into this guy. I want to turn him into a wrong Digimon here. I want to turn him into a Beelzemon, right? So Beelzemon is my end goal, but of course, right now, I've been using Minervamon fragments because if you go ahead and you actually pick this up, and this is where it gets a little bit dicey because you do need, of course, Digistones to do this. You can do the quest ticket capture. You can go through this like a couple of times. It costs about as much as chips. Unfortunately, the problem with this is that it is, of course, it's something that costs Digistones, right? And of course, Digistones are kind of scarce in this game. Every now and again, they give you a bunch. Every now and again, they don't really give you very much. But the cool thing about the quest ticket capture is that it does give you, I have a bunch of them left over so far, it gives you a fragment on completion, guaranteed 1 fragment per ticket. And another thing that's cool about it is the fact that aside from that, when you complete the stage, your leader Digimon gets 30 friendship and the other 2 Digimon on the team get 10 friendship. So it's a really quick and easy way to grind friendship because you will need that friendship. Also, it's a quick, easy way to get fragments to fodderize Digimon, right? You can fodderize any of these Digimon. For example, I've been using Minervamon as the path that I've been going down for that Gatomon. If I go ahead and go back to the Gatomon, I'm going to show you exactly what I mean here. So I could turn it into a Weregarurumon, and of course, it's going to cost me the Digivolution Fuel. Digivolution Fuel is probably the worst part of this grind. Not even just the fragments. The Digivolution Fuel becomes a lot. When they get to like +4, you need like 50 of the higher rarity plugins and stuff like that. You need a lot. So I can go Minervamon and then research it. It turns all the way back into a let me go back this way. It turns all the way back into Kurumon, and then Kurumon goes into Pagumon, and then Impmon, and here I am again, and I can go this way again, and this is going to be a +3 at this time, and then do this one more time. I'll awaken it again, it'll be +4, and then from there, I go down the actual path that I wanted, which would be, I believe, Wizardmon into Skullmera into BLs. So that's actually the way that you go ahead and get that done. Now again, unfortunately, the game kind of makes it a bit harder to do it if you don't pick up the ticket quests because those are like the best way to get this done. They really are. But aside from that, they do have naturally occurring advent quests. And the one issue with this is that it only has 30 stamina. Oh, excuse me, it costs 30 stamina. That's an issue of it, yes. But it's 3 times per day. So they last for a while, but they're capping out your progress and make it to where you have to take longer to get it done because you can only do it 3 times a day. Now, another shortcut is, again, via captures. If you actually pull a Mega that you don't want, you can get it done. For example, when I pulled for Magnamon, I pulled like 4 or 5 different Sakuyamon, I believe. That's Sakuyamon and not Kuzuhamon. I pulled like 4 or 5 of those and then like 3 Dianamon, and then I immediately just used those for fodder on my Lord Nightmon, which Lord Nightmon is interesting. If I show you my Lord Nightmon, it's gonna be, let me go ahead and, I don't know if I can access it from here. Okay, I can. All right, but it's not even clickable. Okay, let's go to the chip menu because I know I can do it from there. Although I'm sure I can go to Digimon list, but whatever. I'm gonna go to its chart from here, or not. I'm gonna go Digimon list because that's just the easiest way, whatever. It's gonna be way up here. Okay, and if I go to its chart, I went Magnamon, it was an Ankylomon, it was an Armadillomon. So this is how I started. I did this, it was started off here. I went all the way through Garymon, and I used Platinum Numamon. And then I got it to +4. So yes, you can, if you start off in the Armadillomon, you can get Platinum Numamon, who's currently available as an Advent, and awaken it to +1. Of course, using this one and maybe another one. You will need max friendship on your base Digimon, like I said. Make sure you check out that other video explaining that. And then ultimately, after you're done doing that 4 times, it comes out as a +4 Digimon that, again, you can use for whatever you want. So you started off as Armadillomon, and then once you used +4 Armadillomon, I then went down the natural path, which I think was through Cyclone, right? Somewhere over here. I don't recall. I don't know off the top of my head which way I went. But as you see, a lot of these rookies, for example, could turn into a lot of different Digimon. He could have been a +4 Ulforce. He could have went +4 Ulforce. In the future, I can do that if I want to, because you can awaken +4 Digimon. They don't go any higher. You can research them. Excuse me, is what I meant to say. They don't go to like +5. +4 is the cap, but you get the rookie back. So you can do that if you want to. For example, he could go into a lot of different Digimon. So that's just one of the ways you guys can get this done. Again, Advent quests are a recurring thing. And one other way you can get fragments is, you know, they do have the, I don't want to keep pointing out like buying things, but they're bringing out that $16 pack. They give you 100 Digistones and like 7 vouchers. You can use those, and that's how you can get fragments for Digimon that you want to Digivolve to if you want to go ahead and do it that way. For example, I do have already, I don't want to be here, I do already have 21 Beelzemon ones because I bought that 3 times, and by picking that up, you're able to, again, get fragments for Digimon. Another thing that you can do is if we take a look at Andromon, I literally just YOLO summoned that thing, which is cool because it's +1. If you take a look at that Andromon, one thing that the game is good at is that it puts other Digimon's fragments in these events, and not just one Digimon a lot of the time. He needs 4 more fragments, and if we come to the exchange, you can also go ahead and, this will vary depending on the event that's currently live, keep that in mind in this portion. You can also go ahead and pick up these other Digimon fragments and use them as fodder, because for example, you can pick up 99 Ebimon fragments here if you grind your butt off, right? And then use those to awaken your other Digimon. Just make a bunch of Ebimon and then go from there. So that's just another way you guys can get this done. So keep that in mind. I wanted to kind of do this really quickly as a concise guide on how to get the Digimon that you want by using different mega paths. And just for a little bit more context, I have literally done that with everything except for this guy. At the time, I didn't really think about that. I literally, for his event, grinded all the way up from unawakened using the same fragments over and over and over. It was pretty tedious. If I recall correctly, that's exactly what I did. And he's kind of stuck here because he can go Dragon Mode if I want to. PM does require Omegamon fragments, which is not currently available as an event in the game yet. And another little thing that I want to point out too is that if you really want to, Coliseum does have a Digimon that they're giving out. I assume this will vary depending on, again, the time of the event and then the period that the Coliseum is in. So right now, they're giving out, I don't want to be here, they're giving out a Shine Greymon. So I don't want to be here either. I want to be in prize. They're giving out a Shine Greymon. Unfortunately, it's a mutant Digimon, so you want to keep at least 1 copy, but if you rank a bit higher, right, they give you multiple copies and a lot of fragments. So really, that's meant to like allow you to +4 him and get like the resistances you want and things like that. That's a whole different topic. But you can technically do it that way if you don't care about Shine Greymon. Shine Greymon's not the best Digimon. It's pretty solid in my opinion, but not the best Digimon. You don't really necessarily need it unless you need another physical attacker, which I unfortunately have a lot of. So yeah, it's nice to have them though. It's always nice to collect, but still, let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. I hope that you guys have had fun grinding out Digimon. This game is really grindy. It's a gacha game. They're all really, really grindy. This one probably takes it to the next level, though, and you gotta work hard, man. All my Digimon here, I have literally worked my butt off on all of them. This was an unawakened Elecmon that I believe I turned into a, it was actually a Hercules Kabuterimon, if I recall correctly. Maybe I'm a little bit misremembering it because it's been unawakened for a long time. But it was something, and I grinded my butt off and then got stuck. Like, I was like, you know what? I'm gonna leave it as is because this thing has a lot of possible mega evolutions. It has a lot of really, really good possible mega evolutions that are, if you check out Growlmon.net, you can kind of see that. So just, you gotta grind your butt off, man. I'm sorry. It's just that type of game. But anyways, thank you guys. I appreciate it. I'll catch you guys in the next one. Take it easy.